In a statement that has sent shockwaves across South Africa's sporting and political arenas, businessman and politician Gayton McKenzie has come out in strong defense of the R80 million allocated for video assistant referee (VAR) technology in local football leagues. The controversy stems from widespread public outcry over what many see as an extravagant expenditure in a country grappling with economic challenges and social inequalities. McKenzie, however, has been unapologetic, arguing that the investment is not just necessary but emblematic of a nation intent on playing by international standards. Addressing critics during a recent media briefing, McKenzie stressed that South Africa cannot afford to play catch-up when it comes to adopting global sporting standards. "We are not a banana republic where corners are cut and mediocrity is the standard," he said, his tone unwavering. "We owe it to our athletes, our fans, and our national pride to ensure that football in South Africa is played fairly, transparently, and at a level that commands respect internationally." For McKenzie, VAR represents more than just a tool for referees, it is a symbol of accountability. He argued that in a sport as passionately followed as football, decisions made in fractions of a second can have lasting consequences for clubs, players, and even communities. A wrong call in the dying minutes of a league game can cost a team millions, affect careers, and break hearts, McKenzie explained. The R80 million is an investment in fairness, credibility, and the integrity of our national sport. You cannot put a price on that. McKenzie also took aim at the perception that South Africa's fiscal priorities should focus solely on social development projects. While he acknowledged the importance of addressing pressing issues such as unemployment, poverty, and education, he emphasized that public funds must also be allocated strategically to elevate national industries and public morale. "There is a misconception that spending on sports is frivolous," he argued. "In reality, sports are a multi-billion rand industry that drives tourism, creates jobs, and fosters social cohesion. Investing in VAR is not an extravagance, it is a step toward ensuring that our leagues are competitive, our referees are accountable, and our country is taken seriously on the global stage." He also addressed comparisons with smaller or financially weaker nations, asserting that South Africa should aspire to more than mere survival in international competitions. "We cannot envy nations that are content with half measures," he said. "If we are to be a country that competes on merit, that respects the rules, and that earns respect globally, we have to make investments that reflect that ambition. VAR is one of those investments." Critics have argued that R80 million could instead be used to upgrade stadiums, invest in youth programs, or provide better salaries for referees. McKenzie countered this by framing the expenditure as a foundational step. "Without accurate officiating, none of the other investments matter," he said. "A top-notch stadium or a high-paid referee is useless if decisions on the field are constantly contested and credibility is questioned. VAR ensures that every other investment is maximized and that the sport itself maintains integrity." McKenzie's defense also touched on the global perspective, highlighting that leading leagues around the world have embraced VAR at substantial costs. "If European and Asian leagues can do it, why should South Africa lag behind?" he asked. "We are not a banana republic where we compromise standards due to short-term financial anxiety. We are a nation capable of world-class standards, and our football should reflect that." As the debate continues, McKenzie's statement has ignited conversations on social media, in newspapers, and across television panels. Supporters praise him for his bold vision and insistence on fairness in sport, while critics question whether the timing and scale of the investment are appropriate given the country's socio-economic climate. Regardless, McKenzie remains steadfast. "This is about building a South African football legacy that we can be proud of," he concluded. "And that requires courage, investment, and the conviction to do what is right, not what is convenient. VAR is a part of that legacy, and R80 million is money well spent." In defending the expenditure, McKenzie has framed a larger narrative, one that pits long-term vision against short-term criticism. It is a reminder that in sports, as in governance, the cost of doing nothing or compromising standards can be far greater than the price of doing what is right. Whether the public will ultimately side with him remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: McKenzie is determined to ensure that South African football plays fair, plays proud, and plays like a country that refuses to settle for mediocrity.